Another exciting episode of Smell the Coffee. We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with you, or for you rather. My name is Aina Raisa Koya alongside Diana Master. How are you?
I'm doing well, you know, new nails, who dares.
I was just gonna say your nails are looking absolutely fantastic. I love those.
Thank you, my darling. But you know me, when it comes to nails, my nails, like when I do them, they eat.
They give what they're meant to give. Now, today we will be discussing everything that is meant to give. I think a love language has to give in a relationship.
What is your love language?
I like acts of services.
Okay.
And I like words of affirmation. And I'll tell you why I like, acts
of service. And
because I love to send, like, I want you to go and do things for me. Even at home, my siblings are like, bruh, you send so much. I'll be seated here and I'll say, Diana, please make me tea.
I've noticed.
Please pass me this.
I've noticed.
Diana, please.
I've noticed.
Like, that's my thing. I just love sending. I don't know. I think maybe it's a disease, but I don't know. I just love.
So your love language is definitely acts of service.
To do little things for me.
I mean, it's always nice, you know, to get something done for you without you asking.
Yes.
Acts of service. For me, I'm not big on acts of service. I'm big on, I think I would say, gift receiving. Words of affirmation, definitely. Like. And just quality time.
Okay.
I love to spend quality time with my person. Like, if I like you, I want you around me. Like,
I don't care. I just want to send you out. I'll see you when you bring what I've sent you.
No, for me, it's not even that. If I really like you, like, I want to talk to you on the phone for hours. Like, if we can't physically be together, I want to talk to you on the phone for hours. If we're around each other, oh my goodness, I want to be like, stuck on you. But what's funny is under your skin. But what's funny is I don't like it when people are clingy with me. Like, I don't know.
No, I don't want.
I don't know.
Like, I don't do clingy stuff. Just go get me my outfit from the dry cleaners. Go drop it off. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's my energy. Let's talk about
words of affirmation. Definitely. Now today, because we're talking about love languages and words of affirmation, take time out to tag someone that you know is working hard and tell them that you are proud of them, whether they're working to be a better person, whether they're running a small business, or even chasing a dream. You never know who needs to hear these words today to keep going.
Definitely. Now we will be right back after the short break with news about the infamous Thabo Bester.
Oh my gosh.
Stay tuned.
We start off our news with some tragic story. 6 killed in a calculated mass shooting at Nashville school. A shooter armed with 2 assault-style rifles and a handgun killed 3 students and 3 staff members at a Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee on Monday morning, authorities said. The suspect, identified by police as Audrey Hale, 28, of Nashville, had a detailed map of Covenant School, a school for students in preschool through to 6th grade, and allegedly shot through the door to gain entry to the police to the school, police said. The suspect was shot and killed by authorities in a lobby area on the second floor of the school, roughly 14 minutes after the 911 call was placed, according to police. Nashville Police Chief John Drake had said the suspect was female and identified as a transgender male, but didn't immediately provide more details. A police spokesperson later told ABC News the shooter was assigned female at birth, but pointed to a social media account linked to the shooter that included the use of the pronouns he, him.
Oh, that's so sad. Like, what's going on in the world, guys?
Not even just in the world. School shootings in America are literally just the norm now. As sad as it is, they're the norm. And you find at schools they do these drills of what you can do when a shooter comes, because that's how bad it is. You know how we have like fire drills and like in other countries there are flood drills, evacuation drills. In America, in schools, they have school shooting drills.
That's wild.
For kids as young as like 5, 6 years old, so that they know what to do in the event that a shooter comes to the school.
That's wild to me. But at least they are taking precautions. I think we can only applaud them, but I think
no,
we
not
need
even.
No, like the schools for, you know, taking.
Yeah, for that. But what is the state of Tennessee doing? What are the states doing in America? Because why are gun laws so relaxed in America?
Yeah.
America has one of the most lax gun laws in the world. And why? When we keep seeing these things happening, every other month, like it's become so normal to read of a school shooting. It's like, oh, okay, another one. Why are we normalizing that?
I don't think we are normalizing the killings. I think we understand that this is something that is happening. People are taking different measures. They might or might not be working. We don't know. But it's almost like COVID. It's happening. And I think people are aware of the fact that is happening, and they are doing like what they can to prevent. I think the problem
The problem is that the authorities, the authorities are doing something about it. But what are the senators and what is the government doing about that?
I think these policies, they don't change overnight. So even if the senators have this whole idea to, you know, maybe abolish these gun laws, it will take time, because it has to go through processes and processes.
But we're not even hearing of anything. Like, they're not even saying, oh, we want to, or we're planning to have this bill. They're just quiet about it. They're like, oh, another one. Oh, condolences, heartfelt condolences. Why? At least be like, listen, we're looking at the gun laws in this state or whatever, so that we can do something about it. But they're just like, oh, another one, oops, sorry.
And even I think another thing that we can do is, you know, how people act is not necessarily the government's responsibility. It is your own responsibility as an individual. How you are raised plays a huge role in what type of adult you grow up.
I agree with
that. So moving forward, us also as community leaders and, you know, parents and, I don't know, school principals, us as a people, as a collective, we also have a role to play in making sure that we raise honorable children going forward.
I agree with that. But at the end of the day, we can't ignore the fact that you can just walk into a store and buy a gun. Yes, being how you're raised plays a role. It's an important factor. Like, obviously, you can't raise your kid like, listen, you just shoot. But my thing is, if we make the laws a little more difficult, like if we make it a little bit harder for you to buy a gun, then at least at some point we are minimizing the problem.
And I agree with that. I think, I agree. I think they need to change their laws, or maybe at least attempt. If they are not doing anything right now, at least attempt, because this is the crisis. I think it's a matter that should be tackled by all stakeholders. It's not only the government, also the people. Everyone has to come together as a collective and find, you know, amicable solution. Now we move over to Thabo Bester. We told you previously that we will be providing, you know, updates
as it happens.
As it happens. Now, Dr. Nandipa, that is the lady who claimed that Thabo Bester was the husband when this man was pronounced dead, allegedly, in a fire in the prison. She went to the prison or mortuary or wherever she went, but she went to go identify his body and claim the body. So now this lady, Dr. Nandipa, who's socially famous, she's a doctor, aesthetic doctor for celebrities and other people with money on social media, or in real life rather, had registered her two former friends who are Lucille Gubi and Pumzile Pega as her business partners without their knowledge. So
grounds for cancelling.
So this and the former friends are like, when they were called, like, oh, we understand you own this business together with Dr. Nandipa. They were like, what?
No, what business?
I never signed papers. I didn't know I owned, and I'm no longer friends with Nandipa.
Oh, no.
So I don't know how I could possibly own a business with her.
But you see, that goes back again to the whole thing we're talking about laws, because there should be certain things, like, I can't just register a business.
No, but we all know
corruption.
that signatures can be forged all the time. It's up to the company to actually verify the accuracy of these signatures.
Exactly, that's why I'm saying it goes back to the laws. Because, like, sure, okay, yeah, you signed and whatever, and we know that there's corruption and all of that, but these are crimes. People are committing tax crimes, tax fraud, and all of that, and you're probably there and you don't even know it.
So these two ladies were probably their names were being used to fund this luxurious lifestyle and this escapism for Thabo Bester. And they didn't know. This only reveals two things for me, though. It's either the friends saw how big of a story this was, and then they decided, no, Chomi, let's just say we didn't know about it. Let's distance ourselves from her. Let's throw her under the bus. It's either that or they really didn't know, and this only proves that this woman is actually a criminal.
I mean, like attracts like. I mean...
And also there was another development. They recently moved out of their mansion. They used to rent a mansion. Who rents a mansion? But Thabo Bester, like Nandi, was renting a mansion, and then when the story got hotter, she moved out of the mansion. And now today, just now, I saw a story that says that they hired, I don't know if it's gunmen, can we call it? Security. The security,
like
private security. They were wearing bulletproof jackets, vests, and so forth. And then they moved out their... the
mansion.
No, they moved out their equipment and everything from the mansion.
So they basically just
moved.
disappeared.
And then the landlord was saying they are moving some of his stuff with them. There was an argument between Nandi and the landlord, which, why are you moving some of my stuff? You can move out of the mansion, but why are you taking my stuff? Yeah.
I mean, interesting
So I guess they are now on the run, these two.
Obviously. I mean, when the DCS or
but
whatever...
But it's the audacity for me.
But the DCS did confirm that Thabo Bester is on the run, so it's not even like an alleged thing.
But it's the audacity, bruh. How you gonna fake your own death and escape from prison and still be in the country? You can't go to Namibia or Malawi or Botswana or somewhere.
Exactly, like find something, like run away.
Go to America. You even have the audacity to go to Senten and shop in Woolworths.
Yeah.
But you are dead.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. It's the fate for me. But anyway, let's move on. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Let's discuss the details of their prenup. Beyonce apparently knew her marriage to Jay-Z went way beyond affection. Jay-Z is a powerful rapper, and she, while equally, if not more so, is still a woman in a highly sexist industry. At least that's what their prenup seems to suggest. The document states that if they were to divorce, Beyonce would get $5 million per child they had together. Beyonce would also receive $1 million for each year they were married. This stipulation, however, was capped at 15 years, meaning it ends now in 2023. After their rough patch, the two revised the terms of their prenup, and the new details of the post-nup are, according to the insider, that they split everything down the middle, at least in regard to the assets and overall net worth. They have negotiated 50-50 custody terms plus trust funds for their daughter Ivy and Sarah, Rumi, and Carter, and any future children, along with who gets what property and possessions if separate. It's currently unclear if Jay-Z will have to pay his wife for any additional children or if he will continue to pay $1 million to her for every year of marriage. So they've been married for 12 years and that 15-year mark is steadily approaching.
Wow, that's a good prenup.
It's a good deal.
I want to be paid for every child also.
Exactly.
And for every year of marriage. I love that.
Get your bag.
I can't say anything more. Even if I have money, I still want my husband's money.
Exactly.
It's just the way it is.
Money is nice, guys. I mean, if Beyonce, a millionaire, almost billionaire, is like, listen, you're going to pay me for every child that I have. You're going to pay me for every year that I stay with you, because in all honesty, Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Yeah, man.
Let's look at it. Jay-Z is winning by having Beyonce as a wife. So she's like, listen, it's an honor to be with me, so you're going to pay me $1 million for every year we're together.
No, but Beyonce is also winning to have Jay-Z.
To have Jay-Z, they're winning together. Husband. And I say their marriage is a business partnership.
Yeah.
That's why when there were those rumors of Jay-Z cheating, they stayed together. Everyone was like, why would you stay with him? There's money involved there. It's a business deal.
Now, in our final story, still staying with celebrity news, Janae Aiko in the market of a new luxury SUV after the worst possible restaurant valet experience witnessing a thief make off with her vehicle. Now, law enforcement tells TMZ Janae went out for dinner with family last weekend, grabbing a bite at LA's Tasty Noodle House. She walked away from her white 2020 Range Rover around 8:30 p.m. Saturday. We were told that when the singer arrived, she gave the valet her keys, then went inside to eat. Typical night out and to that point. But about 30 minutes later, Janae saw someone drive away in her Range Rover. We were told she figured the valet staff was just moving it to another, another parking spot, but it never returned. The valet took the car.
Wow.
Imagine giving someone to park your car and they drive off just to never return.
But obviously these cars are insured, they have trackers. I'm sure she'll get it back. It's just the audacity for me. Like, he just decided,
I think he saw that this is a celebrity. This is Janae Aiko. She has money. She probably has another Bentley parked at home, so I'm going to drive off with this one.
But I mean, obviously, it's insured. She's probably going to get it back. If not, the insurance will pay her.
Yeah.
But that brings us to the end of our top stories. After the break, you get to talk to The Mentalist.
And he played some really, really good tricks.
Oh,
you will have to find out.
Yeah. You'll find out. We'll get into the interview right after this short break.
Tourismus Namibia is a weekly tourism show that brings you the latest news in the tourism industry and topics related to that. Tourismus aims at reaching travelers, accommodation, restaurant establishments, agricultural and financial institutions. The show focuses on tourism news, where to travel to fit your budget, 4x4 drives, routes and destinations, and so much more. Tourismus is broadcasted on NTV, Oneuptwo.com and cross-chat on the following Facebook platforms: the Republikein, Algemeine Zeitung, Namibian Sun and Namibia Media Holdings. Contact Tourismus at synergy.com.na for news and advertising related queries. Tourismus, bringing the world to Namibia.
They say that magic is real and reality is magical. Yep, you guessed it right. This morning I am talking all things magic. You know, I like to call myself Black Magic, but this morning I am joined by Harry Regal, who is a mentalist, and I'm so honored to be speaking to you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here this morning.
Now, I understand that you predicted that one of our cover stories was going to be something for our sister publication, and then it really happened. How did you attempt to do that?
Oh, that's a very good question indeed, because for me it's always also, how should I put it, an adventure, because at the very beginning when I decide to predict something, I can't go 100% sure if my prediction will be correct as well.
So what happens if your prediction is not correct? Are you disappointed? Are you worried about what the people would think who you're predicting for? What is your thought process during that?
I think you answered the question perfectly for me already, because I'm worried, I'm depressed, I'm upset, I'm drinking a lot of alcohol then. No, kidding. I'm really upset in this moment because it somehow decreases my reputation, and I have to live with that, because once it's in the media, you don't get it out anymore. But on the other hand, if I once fail, which luckily to this point never happened, but it will happen, then, well, at least people know that it's real.
How are you preparing for events that one of your prediction isn't so successful? How are you preparing, like maybe mentally, or what are you doing to sort of just anticipate that day, since you are 100% sure that sometimes it can be successful, sometimes it might not be successful?
Well, like everybody else who is taking chances or risks, I simply have to tell the audience that I did fail, in the hope that they like the rest of the show and they say, well, okay, he failed, but the rest of the show was really exciting and entertainment. Yeah.
All right. How did you become a mentalist?
Oh, it started a long time ago when I was 8 years of age. I grew up in Windhoek, and by that time I visited the public library in Windhoek, and there was a book, a German magic book inside the library, which covered a lot of stories and exciting tricks. And I took this book and, well, now I can say it, I never gave it back. So if the librarian is listening or watching this right now, I'm so sorry.
Come get your book. That's what he said. All right, you traveled through the entire Namibia right now. What's next for you? What are you doing? Are you having more shows? What's happening? Well,
the next trip we are planning currently, but it's just in preparation, is Mexico. And after Mexico, we want to go to the North Pole as well, because at the North Pole, there are certain scientific stations. There are just a few people, about 20, 30 people living. But nevertheless, I think it's exciting to get into one of the hottest countries of the world and then go to one of the coldest places. So it's all about experiencing magic, humans, wherever they are on the planet.
Yeah, and magic is everywhere. I love that you say it's all about experiencing magic. What has been your favorite place or destination when you were on tour? What was your favorite crowd in Namibia? Basically, that's what I'm asking.
That's very hard to answer actually, because there were so many beautiful places and people we met. In terms of experience, I think we also did some magic for schools and little kids. And I remember once we had been to the Etosha Secondary School, or way up there, and there were about 700 kids inside the hall screaming and yelling like I'm Beyoncé, Knowles, or 50 Cent or whatever. I felt like a rock star, and my two colleagues as well, so we had a very enjoyable time. But the teachers got frightened because they thought we are some type of Tokolossi or something like that.
Yes. Mind you, they will always associate those two. But do something for me. I also want to experience, you know, what you have, what you are showing the children. Show me a trick.
Well, okay, I prepared something special for you, because you know I'm always getting asked the question, where's the difference between a mentalist and a magician? Well, a magician normally would take a deck of playing cards, and I'm showing this deck into the camera, so you really can see that all these cards are different indeed. And then a magician would ask you to simply take a card from this deck, but a mentalist would rather ask you to think of a card that you chose. So what I want to give to you now, take the deck like this into your hand, right?
Like this?
Yeah, and with your right hand, cut off about half of it. And put the rest of the left hand on top of the right hand.
This on top of
it's called a cut.
Okay.
Yeah, like, so you have no idea what is the bottom card right now.
Okay, yes I don't.
Once more do it. Cut off with the right hand and take the bottom of the left on top.
Okay.
Another cut. And now, without showing it to me, look at the bottom card and you decide if you want to have this card or if you want to take another one.
Okay. I look at it. Okay.
Do you like it or not?
I like it.
Okay, then take this card and put it into the pocket without showing it into the camera or showing it to me.
Okay.
Or keep it behind your back, whatever.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I think this is fair. I simply take the deck because we don't need the deck anymore, and we put the deck into
this is exciting.
this deck. Now, everything that happened right now happened in your imagination, correct? You decided in your head if you like this card or not.
Yes, okay, yeah.
Okay,
correct.
just to clarify that. Now, I want everybody, if you're listening at home or you're looking at this, to take your cell phone and go to, how should I put it, go to Instagram. So open up your cell phone, go to Instagram, and on Instagram, when you have your cell phone, you go over to freemagicians.com. Also T-H-R-E-E, magicians in one word, Free Magicians on Instagram. And when you are on the account of us, Free Magicians, one word again, you will see something extraordinary, because there I predicted a playing card already this morning before I came into the studio.
Oh, really?
But for you here, it was the first time you selected the playing card yet, correct?
Correct.
Now, for the very first time, let me and all the people at home taking part, what's the card you chose right now? You can show us.
Must I show you?
Yes.
Okay. Where is she? Okay. Should I show it to the camera?
You can show it to the camera because
This is the card.
you decided if you like the card or if you want to take another one, correct?
Yes.
You cut the deck several times. It was your
Correct.
free will.
Yes.
Nobody could influence that. But if you go to Instagram right now, and we can do this.
This
so
is the same card.
It is the same
You
card.
lie.
You are already on Instagram at home, I guess so. So we open it up. We open it up. We go to our account, Free Magicians. Here we are. I'd simply show you. Okay. And maybe I'm coming to the camera so that you can see it clearly. Watch that. You can see the prediction that is stated there.
Whoa.
Can you see it maybe?
I think he, the cameraman.
Well, that certainly seemed like it was a lot of fun.
Definitely so much fun.
Did you pick up a few magic tricks?
Not even. I think I was too mesmerized to pick
Mesmerized.
up.
Well, it's now time for us to pull a Houdini and disappear. And until tomorrow, it's all our love, all our light, and adios.